Alright, the shirt wrinkled as fuck, but that's not what we... Actually, you know what? Hold up. It ain't that bad. If you judge me off of that, fuck you. But it's like 9 o'clock. My girl's off at 9. And I just realized my chair isn't here. I actually gotta go get that. I took it to her room. Let me do that. The angle's about to change like 3 times. Alright, we back. God damn, roll this bit. Oh shit, knocking over my hats. I'm gonna throw these bitches over there. I think this is the angle I decided on. You know, I've finally understood why like they be putting like tape X's and shit on the floor, because that would help a lot. So if this like angle that you get has changed a bunch of times, forgive me. I'm not, you know, I'm new to this shit. Like I was saying, she's off at 11, which means I got about like I'd say an hour and a half to at least get something started. I'm gonna continue when I get back. Don't know how late I'm gonna be up though, cause I gotta go tomorrow to take some shit to the dump with my grandfather. I gotta take Christmas lights down. For context, it's January 24th. Yeah, so we're like a month past what we should be. But you know how it goes. You're supposed to leave it through New Year's, but then we went a little past that. But I'll probably try to record that too. And then maybe make a little something out of that. Like if I get little gems or something. I'm going to be like clipping some stuff from here from like certain moments. And probably bringing them to socials before I drop this. Because this is going to drop with the album. So it'll be cool to just have like those little moments building up to it. And then be like, oh shit, I seen this last month. And here it is in the full context, you know. Plus, my grandfather's a pretty cool dude. So is Gabe. If you know me, you know Gabe. So he's going to be over here. I'm just trying to get my life in order. I'm just trying to get like my life involved in this shit. You know, as much as I can. You know, can you see that in the fucking angle? No, you can't. Shout out to LaRussell for that, man, because, you know, I gotta thank Drake, Wayne, and Kanye probably the most for making me want to rap to begin with, want to make music in general to begin with. But then LaRuss and LaRussell are the type, like Russ showed me it was tangible. Said, here's the tools, do it. That's how I was able to even start making music. But the real blueprint to actually getting there, but being a regular ass person, if that makes sense, LaRussell really laid that out. And you see his day-to-day shit. You start with like GCTV1 and go through, or even go what he started with doing in his garage. It's like, bro, you had regular ass resources and you documented every single step of it. So, yeah. Forgive me, I'm washing my bath rugs right now. So if that washing machine is too loud, we stuck, ain't we? You know, I'm really not sure what I want to create. I'm really not sure. Last time I kind of just wung it. And honestly, it kind of worked. Again, and it was one of those things where like I said, but like as I was about to make the track, I need to do something with this. As I was about to make the track, I was already thinking, damn, does this sound right? And I said, fuck all that. And it ended up being like an album-worthy song. So I think I'm going to just go now, see what's dope. And if I can make something, if it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, I keep it in the tug. Maybe I can reuse it. Listening back to the album already, there's already tracks that are starting to get stale to me. But I also understand that. But that's only because like time has passed and I sat with it for X amount of time. That somebody else might enjoy that shit. Like they really might enjoy it. So I'm battling right now because the last 2 records I've made that y'all have seen, to me, sound the best. But I've had new speakers, like all my first like 8 songs of the album, which, you know, 2 I've already removed. They were mixed on my KRKs, so I don't know if it's just I'm getting a better mix with these speakers and maybe that's what's changing it for me. I don't know if my delivery is more confident being on camera. I'm not sure. Part of me thinks, hey, maybe I can go back and re-record the tracks, but I loved how they sounded in the moment. Maybe they could sound better, but I always have this idea of like, this is where you were at that time. Leave it as is, but you never know. We'll find out. I still like get rid of this fucking barbecue lighter. You know what? Bro, I got 6%. Fuck no. I have to go get my charger. Am I going to have to move this tripod again? Yeah, it's really just the way I have this positioned. To where it's kind of like blocking my door. Well, one of the legs is in the way of the opening of the door. I'm going to figure out an angle for y'all. Like, I promise you, we're going to figure that out. Fuck it. We here. That sounds crazy. I haven't tried to chop in a while, bro. I can't lie. Like, it is a lazy thing, but it's also like, sometimes I know what I hear, and this one I prefer to like, you know, you get it. I got a terrible feeling y'all can hear the fuck out of that washing machine. I already fucking like that. Maybe. Do I want to go up another key? Alright, let me see something. I'm thinking 8. Yep. Let me see though. Sometimes I be quantizing. They say not to quantize, but they say not to quantize on everything. But if the groove calls for it, I fucking guess. What's actually happening here too is like on that snare, it's actually hitting on another one or that tom or whatever the fuck. I don't know what I'm Let me I like that. And we're gonna see if we write what we write to this song real quick. And I've done this before, like with the song Listen. I just chop that sample. Cause sometimes I just like that. I like the drums they put into it because the sample sometimes is done with actual fucking instruments. This one, not to say I can't tell if it is or isn't, you know. But sometimes I just work with what the fuck is there. And all I do is I run it through like that SSL EQ and compressor to give it like texture and like a little more grit. Try to bring those drums out from it because I don't like layering too much on top of it, so where I make it something that like this gives me a vibe already. Once I add to it, sometimes it's too much for me. I'm like simple as fuck. Honestly, bro, it sounds like something Big J would rap on. Damn, bro, I can't get nothing right now. Keep it a break. Can't get nothing right now. It's one of those things where you gotta talk rich shit. And your boy broke. I'm broke. Might throw that hoe at Jay or something. He might be able to do something stupid on that. And that may just suck. Alright, let me see. What's the word? I'm wondering what that would sound like, just straight up pitch up. Alright. Like, I want to see what the loop would sound like, because I wouldn't mind. That sound like I could do something stupid on it. I already don't like that shit. That sounds like that. That sounds like that bartender fucking key. Alright, I'm gonna try to go through one more. I'm gonna try to go through one more of these and then we're gonna bounce to like Tracklib. Hey! Shut that shit up, man. The fuck is that? That shit go hard. I can't hear it just yet, but that shit hard. I'm gonna have that anyways. Here. That is stupid. Turn it off because at the current moment I'm running out of storage on that thing. I actually have to dump all this footage, but I got a decent sample that I'm gonna see what I can do with it. What I should actually do is have it at 148 to start. And I did this thing where I'm just taking, so when Tracklib has stuff for multi-tracks, I love that shit, because if I just really want that bass to knock, I like to take the bass from the original sample, like isolate it. So I'll pull that too and stack it with this, and I'll kind of just blend the two to make it punch more. So that has bass to it. So I'll just blend the two of them like that. But what I want to see, maybe. See, that's already hard. Start writing to that flat out. I'm getting to this stage, man, where I started this shit probably end of September, and I don't know if artists can relate, but after sitting on this music for some time now, I'm at this point where I feel like I've grown so much just from getting the reps in these last, September, October, November, December, 4 months alone. I wouldn't even say September. I'd probably say that first track I made first week of October. To where now, like, the idea I'm having for this track is like, fuck, this is really topping the sound I was really starting with, and it's kind of concerning me, because now it's like, fuck, like, I have this music and I have this direction, but am I about to pivot? Like, is what I'm about to make that much better than what I have already? And it's conflicting, because I want to put the best part of me out there, but I also don't want to undermine what I have created. So it's tough. Cause see, even this could be an intro. Just open up rapping and shit. Cause I already had an intro planned. That's why it's like really fucking me up. Cause I can hear it, bro. Like, sometimes I can't even write it all in one day, in one session, but you can hear like the power behind something as soon as you make it. Man, I can't lie. I need to talk to someone who's done this shit before. I'm not gonna put the face tracking on. Damn, I need a better hair routine, bro. Alright, it's about to be 11. Yeah, head out this crib. My door fucked up. Man, it's just been a while since I've felt this conflicted, especially about music, because the direction I've been going in since October making this shit, like, I was really enjoying the process, and I was seeing the growth, you know, like, track for track. And maybe that was just because of me, since I'm putting reps in and I'm gaining the experience. Hold up, let's not play my music that fucking loud. Maybe that's what really had me excited. Don't vlog and drive, bro. I don't condone this, just saying. I shouldn't even let myself do this. Maybe I should put that face tracking on. Hold up, matter of fact, start that hoe. You got me? You got me, for sure. But man, like, I'm 8 tracks deep. Technically, like, I've made probably 10, 11. I've already scrapped, I want to say it's about, probably 3 records at this point. But with the last 2 that I've made, it feels like there's a real shift. And I don't know if it's because I started recording myself that I'm like, I've tapped into something different. Because now that I'm playing myself back and understanding that I'm sharing this process, I'm just doing it better. So I really don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's I'm in the overthinking stage of making an album, to where when shit is getting old to me, it's starting to feel stale, or feel like, man, I'm already better than that, even though it's only been a handful of months. And it could be because this is just uncharted territory for me. Like, it really is. I've never made a body of work bigger, more than 3 fucking songs. I've obviously made a lot more music than that. Whether I've released it or not, But this is definitely new for me, especially this feeling where it's like, you want to put a body of work that sounds cohesive together. And that paints a picture. I was going with the concept of, since it's something new I'm doing, I want to be confident with this. So I want it to have as much versatility as possible. But then the more I sit with it, I'm like, damn, even though you want it to be versatile, like you have artists like Drake and shit like that they're able to throw in several types of vibes, between rap, R&B, pop, Afro, like all in one album, and it works. But the more I play back my shit, I'm like, do you have something going, or does it sound like a playlist? And as of late, the production I've been making has just been sounding more cohesive than what I had. And I don't know if this is meant to happen, to where like, hey man, like you put these up, you put these shots up, you got these reps in, that's the workout, that's the warm-up, that's exercises. And now it's like, okay, you've got those steering wheels, now the direction is being given to you. Because I understand overthinking is a huge thing with artists, and feeling conflicted, but this is an overwhelming feeling right now, to where it's like I'm being pulled in 2 different directions. I almost feel like if I were to take what I have right now and put it out, I wouldn't be satisfied. Granted, like, I may always have that feeling, because I know a lot of artists are like that. No matter what they put out, they wouldn't be satisfied. But at this point, I tell myself, it'll be fine. But I'm like, do I want it to just be fine? Is that settling? Am I in bed with complacency? You get me? Or am I overthinking it? And that's something that I'm sitting with right now, and I'm trying to figure that out. And if I decide to go in this new direction, y'all are gonna see it basically from scratch. The last 2 songs I made are what I consider keepers, versus everything else is kind of dwindling for me. And they're not bad records. I don't think they're bad records. I just think the last 2 that I've made, and even what I'm writing to, what I just produced right now, sound like great records. Nipsey has said it before in one of his interviews. I forget who he spoke to, and he talked about it, but he said, he's like, man, the good records are the good records can be confusing. He's like, because you could tell the difference between a bad record and a great record. Like a record that's, phenomenal. Like, hey, this is one of them. But a good record leaves you confused. You can't tell if it's like, could there have been more? And that's where I'm feeling with those other 6 records that I got right now. I can compile them together and just drop like a tape, But I also feel like I've put in this word of commitment to a lot of people that I'm making this album. So it's like, I feel like I set an expectation, but this is my life, it's my music. I can pull out on that at any time. And I know that, but it's hard. It's easier said than done in that aspect. And not to mention, Or I could even just take those 6 records and make some content for, like, finish them, master them, and spread them out and drop them as singles. I have some in there that definitely sound, like that they're supposed to go with something. So maybe I can package them. I don't know right now. I'm hoping something sits with me, something wakes me up, because I was listening to some of these records earlier today at work before the store opened, and they were sitting well with me. But now, man, like, even just making that one beat, and I felt a whole new picture get painted. I felt that whole new picture getting painted, and it really has me thinking.